guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I'm bringing you another special episode of a series that I've done quite a few times leading up to big celebrations, and that is where I reach out to a bunch of my friends in the Dokkan YouTube community and ask them how they would design an upcoming celebration. And so obviously for this episode we are doing the worldwide download celebration. Make sure you show everybody in the video some love, make sure to go check out their channels if you haven't seen them already. You probably know most of these guys, if not all of them, but make sure you check them out. Shout out to all of them for taking part, and of course let me know down below in the comments section, out of all of the celebrations that were listed, which one did you think was the best, and if it wasn't going to be the cooler one, which would you have preferred out of these ones for the worldwide celebration to be? Let me know down below in the comments section. So let us just go right ahead and jump into the first celebration. Okay, so first up we are going to have a look at the celebration designed by our boy Minato, aka Minato's Flash. Make sure you go check him out. And for the theme of his download celebration, he chose the Future Saga. So I know there was some speculation of that leading up to, you know, the months before we started to get a bit more info come out, but that is what he has picked for his custom celebration. So yeah, the two new Dokkan Fest LRs will be a Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito Blue. I know this is something that, you know, we've been waiting to get into the game for quite a long time now. And then a Goku Black and Zamasu who fuse immediately into Corrupted Zamasu. So obviously the animation, I guess, would be them fusing very similarly to like the intro animation to the new in LR, but then obviously the animation would have them becoming the Corrupted Zamasu straight away, and therefore him being the Corrupted Zamasu form obviously means he can then link up nicely with all of the other Goku Black and Zamasu units on that team. So very, very cool. And then the banner units, this is quite of an interesting one. So they're exchange units, but both of them can swap between the versions once per turn. So the first one is Mai and then Trunks. Mai is a support unit with a scouter ability, and then Trunks has damage reduction and is a stacking unit. So very interesting. I guess you could start stacking up Trunks nice and early, and then when he gets to a level that you're satisfied with, or you have a turn that you think is particularly dangerous for you to be taking the super in the wrong slot, you could switch over to Mai with that scouter effect. So I like that. It seems quite interesting. Or I guess with Mai on rotation to start with, her scouter effect would proc. You can see where the super is and then exchange into Trunks, like if you're starting the turn with her out. So that's pretty cool. And then the Goku Black and Zamasu one is a Zamasu and Goku Black. I think it's starting as Zamasu because it's the name that he put first, and you can switch between him and, I'm guessing, a base form Goku Black, because it doesn't specify Rose. Zamasu is a defense heavy unit with a healing ability, and Goku Black is a support unit that can deal decent damage. So pretty cool for the two headline banners. Then for the part 2 LRs, we have LR Super Saiyan Trunks and Blue Goku. So I know people were speculating a bunch of stuff that we could see from this arc before we got the Father-Son Gallic Gun. I know people were expecting like a new Blue Goku from that kind of arc. So this is an interesting one, having the two of them together. And then also a new LR Rose Goku Black. So, I mean, we already have the previous one who doesn't have an EZA yet, but it's not like they haven't done this before with releasing versions of the same units. It would be interesting if he started off as a base Goku Black and transformed straight away for the sake of linking up with some of the other units like the new STR Rose. But either way, a new LR Rose Goku Black. So definitely would be cool. I'm a big fan of Goku Black, so I'll take it. And hopefully we get an EZA for the Int one at some point soon. Speaking of which, of course, we move into the EZAs for this celebration. So we have AGL Zamasu and Tech Trunks. I know that would be hype if that was the like the main sort of two Dokkan Fest exclusives getting their EZAs, because remember last year we got the Transforming Goku and Transforming Frieza. This would be super good. AGL Zamasu aged fairly quickly because he has damage reduction but no defense, and I feel like with an EZA he's actually going to be crazy good. And then obviously Tech Trunks, the classic stacking unit, he's going to be very good with an EZA regardless. Then we have Int Goku Black as the LR, one of the LR EZAs, so that makes sense. It's kind of, I don't know if they would EZA him in the same celebration as releasing a brand new Int LR Goku Black, which is why I think it probably would be better if the new one was like base that transforms, but him getting an easy A definitely is needed. And then the Year 5 LR Vegito Blue and LR Gogeta Blue. So obviously Gogeta doesn't really fit with the theme, but doing them together is obviously something that does make a lot of sense. And then when it comes to new events or new stages, we would get a collection of Epic Battles Future Saga stage. Then we get one Extreme Super Battle Road and one normal Super Battle Road added with each part. So obviously one of each in part 1, one of each in part 2. It doesn't specify what exactly, but probably I imagine over the next... There's always a list, isn't there? But like ESBRs will always be the next one on the list based on what the SBR ones are. And SBR, I think they do release somewhat in the order of... the categories coming out, but Minato didn't specify them, so I think it would be cool if they were ones that fit the theme, like Worldwide Chaos and like any of the teams that the new units have as their leader skills. I think that would be pretty cool. And then we get new Ultimate Red Zone stages, Dragon Ball Super Heroes and Dragon Ball Super Bosses. So this could be very, very interesting. Depending on how far of Super you want to cover, this could be very, very interesting. Because I imagine it would still be the same as we have now, where the two versions would both have 7 stages. And so that's a lot of new content for the celebration, a lot of easy A's, and some very cool new units if Future Saga is your thing. So let me know what you think of Minato's celebration down below in the comments section. And let us go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the celebration from the man whose face we all have never seen, the man of many voices, my friend, Mr. ToonRami. So Toon has chosen an interesting one. He has a habit of, when I invite him to take part in these, of picking really random, obscure units that I end up either A, having to look up, or B, not being able to find any good images for. Like last year, for one of the ones we did last year, he picked the self-destructing cell, like the big fat about to explode cell, and it took me ages to find a really good picture to use for the video. So let's see what he's going to do to me again this time. So his celebration theme is the Dragon Ball Saga. So I know this is one that people were throwing around. Obviously Dragon Ball Saga is really popular in Japan. Kid Goku, when he came out, was one of their fastest, like, top grossing Dokkan fests, but that popularity doesn't seem to extend as much to the West and the global version. But obviously some of these older sagas definitely need more attention, like that team really needs some extra work. So the dual Dokkan Fest headlining units would be a Goku and Piccolo Jr. So we're talking about the final world tournament, basically from the end of OG Dragon Ball. So Goku and Piccolo Jr. So I think this would be pretty cool. Imagine like the quality of the animations and stuff for these units, going back to like looking at what the episodes look like, because Dokkan is very good at making pretty much copying one-to-one, but then having obviously slightly better quality because it's made with current like quality animation. So their animations would be pretty sick. And the side banner units would be Krillin for the Goku banner, and then Drum and Symbol for the Piccolo Jr. banner. So obviously those are in-keeping units that would work well on the other's team, potentially as supports or something like that. So definitely a solid choice. Then when we move on to the Part 2 LRs, one of these I think definitely deserved. One of them has one already, but definitely is deserved as well, but already has one. The first one is Master Roshi. So a standalone Master Roshi LR. Obviously we have the free-to-play Tournament of Power one, but a proper Dragon Ball Saga summonable LR Master Roshi would be pretty damn cool. And then the other one is Demon King Piccolo. So I guess the one that we have at the moment is the old one that transforms. So I guess the new one could just be the straight up young one straight away, and then they would work quite well together. So I think that would be pretty cool. Then we move on to the Easy A's for Toon's Dragon Ball Saga celebration, and we have the free-to-play LR Goku and Arale. I've been randomly link leveling them recently because they're one of the few LRs I haven't link leveled, so I think that would be pretty cool. The Int Kid Goku, definitely a good pick for the Dokkan Fest, considering we're back to Dragon Ball Saga. He's getting to the point now where he's nigh on unusable. Like, he's aged a lot already, but at this point almost completely unusable. And then we have STR Roshi from the barber shop. So with this celebration, I guess we would then obviously it's not real, but after this, we would be kicking off the EZAs for those mono leaders from the barbershop, which I think would be pretty awesome. And so this celebration would start that off by having one for STR Roshi, so I think that's very cool. And then we would also begin doing the World Tournament EZAs. So I don't know if they would specifically start with one from Dragon Ball Saga, or if they're just going to go in the release order, but those World Tournament reward cards, some of them take ages to even get Awakenings in the first place, and so some of the older ones are at that point again now where they are basically unusable, so starting to give them EZAs would definitely be a good idea. Probably would have a World Tournament during the celebration, I guess, to tie that in, but I suppose that's not necessarily a thing they have to do. So, and then when it comes to the new content being added for this celebration, we have another addition for Collection of Epic Battles, the Heroes of Dragon Ball Saga, and then Collection of Epic Battles, the Villains of Dragon Ball Saga. So very much like the one we have at the moment, where one stage is fighting all the good guys, one stage is fighting all the bad guys, and there would be missions, I imagine, to do those with specific units of the other typing. So just very much like the existing one that we already have. And then one new set of stages for the Red Zone. So just like one set of 7 stages, which would be a Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone. So that would be kind of interesting. Toon didn't specify whether they would all be extreme as well, like the current Red Zone, or whether we would start to throw super type ones in. So I can imagine if it was all extreme, the final boss being Piccolo Jr., the stage before being Demon King Piccolo, or any sort of mix in between. Having like an early stage of some of the early villains being like Tao Pai Pai and stuff like that, I think would be pretty cool. So yeah, a Red Zone Dragon Ball Saga. So that is ToonRami's Dragon Ball Saga custom celebration. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like I say, I know some people aren't as hyped for Dragon Ball Saga, so let me know if you would be hyped if we got a big Dragon Ball Saga celebration at some point in the future, and just let me know what you think of Toon's celebration overall down below. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, so we are moving into the 3rd out of 5 celebration, so smack dab in the middle here. I thought this would be a good place to introduce our new guest appearance for this one. Obviously some of the guys are the same that I genuinely ask for every one of these, but we've had a bit of a tradition with the last couple of episodes of having a new person on who has never been on before. And so this time, give a shout out to our boy, Living Ichigo. So he's one of the first Dokkan YouTubers that I ever watched. And it's pretty cool. He's obviously back around. I know he posted a video not long ago saying he was back making Dokkan content. And we've chatted a bit on Twitter before, so I reached out to him and asked him if he wanted to take part in this little project as well. So for Ichigo's custom celebration, he was the only person, I'm actually surprised more people didn't go for it, but he is the only person that picked Dragon Ball Super Superhero as the theme, because obviously remember the whole point of this is designing the celebration you would want the worldwide celebration to be, not what we think it is going to be. And I think with the movie releasing internationally around this time, it would have been really awesome for the worldwide celebration to be Dragon Ball Super Superhero. So for the picks for, I guess that's a good point, this is going to be spoilers for the movie, I guess, if you really don't want any. So I'm going to timestamp all the segments anyway, so I guess skip on to the next one after this if you don't want any spoilers for the movie, but I feel like it's a bit late at this point, right, but I figure I should mention it. So the 2 Dokkan Fest LRs would be an LR Ultimate Gohan who transforms into Beast Gohan, and then the other one would be Cell Max. I've seen a lot of people say that, like, Cell Max can't get an LR, but I mean, if you have watched the movie, you know that he does enough attacks, and his animations would be awesome. Like, you know the one I'm talking about with, like, the beams everywhere and all that crazy stuff, right? Like, that would be sick as an LR animation, in-game, with, like, the in-game quality. You think how well they reproduce the animations of, like, LR Blue Gogeta and stuff like that. So, I think Cell Max would be really good. So those are the 2 headline LRs, and it makes sense, right? Having the Extreme LR is the worldwide celebration tradition. So the side banner units for Gohan's banner would be a Goten and Trunks that fuse into Fat Gotenks, which I actually think is pretty funny. I think he should get a unit. I don't know whether it would just be his super attack animation or if they'd make it like a unit super, but having the thing from the movie where like other characters are just like kicking him at the enemy, I think would be amazing. So that'd be cool. And then Gamma 1 as the side banner unit for Cell Max. Then we have the Part 2 LRs, would be LR Ultimate Piccolo, who transforms into Orange Piccolo, and then LR Gamma 1 and 2. So I imagine they'd probably go for making like LR Gamma 1 and 2, like just an all-out, you know, powerful LR, good damage, good defense, and then the side banner unit, Gamma 1, from the original banner could just be like a support unit. Then for the easy A's to go with them, we have Physical Dokkan Fest Piccolo. I think that definitely would be a great time for him to get an easy A, especially with the Part 2 LR starting out as Ultimate Piccolo. Finally, a Piccolo with a new name. The two of them could work really well together. Having another Namekian obviously is how you get Physical Dokkan Fest Piccolo's transformation. So they would definitely work super, super well together. And then an LR for the LR Go Bros. So obviously they're not tied directly to superhero, but they are a movie unit, you know, featuring Gohan. They finish off the boss of the movie. So I do think that would be a good choice for an easy A, because it's movie related, right, with Gohan as like the main character. So I think it'll be a good opportunity. Plus, if you think about LR Easy A's that we're waiting for, there's not many that like heavily fit the theme. Because I mean, I guess you could do like Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but that's young Gohan. Obviously, Gohan's older than in, you know, superhero than he was in second Broly movie, but I think this would be a good time to LR the Go Bros. And I really like that unit, so an easy A for them would definitely be welcomed. And then for some new content, we would get the new collection of Epic Battles stage, would be a Cell Saga one. So obviously this would be broken down into two parts again, with the super type enemies and the extreme type enemies. So I think that would work out quite nicely. So obviously superhero, something that people are super hyped about. Hopefully we actually get content for it coming fairly soon. Obviously Global is getting the AGL free-to-play Gohan soon, and some kind of new event that was teased in the producer letter, so we will have to wait and see what is going to be coming. But I know when it comes to what we would like the worldwide celebration to be, I did want it to be superhero. I'm genuinely surprised that more people didn't pick it. So shout out to our boy Living Ichigo, go check him out, one of the OGs, and let us move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the custom celebration from the man himself, DaTruthDT, and for his custom worldwide celebration he has picked the theme of the Boo Saga. So I know this is another one that people were speculating that it could be. I know a lot of people didn't want to see a return to the Boo Saga again so soon, but obviously there's a few things that we need to get from this that people have been very much wanting to see, and Truth kind of covers all of those with his celebration. So obviously he wants to see those things as well. So the two headline Dokkan Fest LRs would be Spirit Bomb Goku and a Kid Buu. Obviously people have been wanting Kid Buu to get an LR for a long time. I wonder if he would be like starting off as a different Buu and then transforming straight away or something like that, just because obviously we still want to get use out of our boy STR Kid Buu, and I very much want him to get a 200% lead, but Kid Buu definitely does deserve an LR. So LR Kid Buu as the Extreme Dokkan Fest, and then Spirit Bomb Goku. Obviously there's a lot of options for how they could do this. They could just do straight up base Goku, they could have Super Saiyan Goku that powers down to base, or Super Saiyan 3 that powers down to base, like from the actual fight at the end of the anime. There's a couple of different ways they can do it, and obviously we've seen Dokkan has been throwing in like original animations and stuff like that here and there, so they could easily patch some of the gaps, because obviously we want the main like big 18 key super, or possibly even just the active skill, I guess, to be a massive Spirit Bomb. So definitely deserve to have an LR from that very end of Dragon Ball Z. Of course, you know, the Prime Battle Tech Goku, Tech Super Saiyan Goku, essentially has that as his like 18 key super, but he's like the first LR, and it's looking pretty dated now. I would love to see like a current quality animation of that, so that'd be pretty sick. And the side banner units would be a base Angel Vegeta and a new buff Buu. Obviously a new buff Buu would be really good, because when they release same versions of, or new versions of these same like units, they pretty much always give them the same link set, and Buff Buu is the best link partner for Kid Buu. So a new really good Buff Buu. Imagine like a Buff Buu that was on the level of Third Form Frieza when he first came out. It's again another comparison. You running that Buff Buu with the new Kid Buu would basically be this year's equivalent of running Full Power Frieza and Third Form Frieza together, so that would be really good. And then base Angel Vegeta, so he doesn't interfere with like the LR Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta, And that would be a good unit for the team that doesn't really have a lot of representation base Angel Vegeta, so that would be very good. And then for the Part 2 LR banners, the 2 LRs would be Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Ultimate Gohan. So we really are crossing off the list of these LRs that people really want to see. A lot of these were on the Legendary Election list and then didn't get or have not yet received LRs. So definitely checking those off the list would be cool. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, obviously the newest one we have is, I guess, the transforming Int one, who is starting to become a little bit outdated now. The EZA for the physical one, still fairly good, but outdated defensively. So new Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks would be super cool. And obviously Ultimate Gohan, the newest actual Ultimate Gohan unit is quite old, and because of course Tech Gohan transforms into Ultimate Gohan. So we got the EZA for the STR one recently, but an LR one would definitely be very, very cool. So in terms of EZAs, we would get the physical Super Vegito. Definitely been waiting for his one, so that fits very well into this celebration. And then our boy, we already mentioned him briefly, the physical Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. I would love him to get an EZA. I still think he's a great unit. I pulled the last copy to rainbow him from the tickets we got by doing those new Vegeta event missions. I've always thought that he was a fun LR, so him getting an EZA would be pretty cool, because again, he's another one, especially defensively, starting to look a little bit outdated now, so him getting an EZA would be very, very cool. And then the main attraction for new content, obviously I asked the guys to pick like the main thing they wanted to see added in, not like every single little thing. So obviously, you know, we throw in some extra story stages, farmable free-to-play units, stuff like that. But the big headline for new content for Truce 1 is a Boo Saga Red Zone stage. So it does only list the one, so I'm assuming it just means one set of 7, or it could be 2 sets with the Super Class and Extreme Class. But yeah, Boo Saga Red Zone. I think it probably works best as one set of 7, with the final one being either Super Saiyan Goku and or Kid Buu. Well, either one could be the end one and the second to last one, depending on how you want to do it. If they still want to do it as being all extreme enemies, then obviously the last one would be Kid Buu. So new Red Zone stages, always welcome. Imagine how difficult, if they like to, you know, one-up themselves from the previous content. Imagine how hard Red Zone Kid Buu as the final boss would be compared to Broly, if they really want to step it up a little bit. So that is Truce Custom Celebration based on the Boo Saga. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and let us move on to the next one. Alright, well, last but definitely not least, we have the homie Goresh. And I thought this worked out kind of funny, because you guys know, if you follow them, how much banter, I guess we could say, Toon and our boy Goresh get into on Twitter, especially with Toon posting chain battle scores and then Goresh coming in and posting a higher score. So as luck would have it, or as fate would have it, I guess, Goresh also picked the Dragon Ball Saga for his celebration. In fact, the title of his celebration is Dragon Ball, the Terrifying Demon King's Wicked Legacy. So very, very cool. They did pick different parts for the headline LRs, I will say, but they did pick both pick Dragon Ball Saga. So let me know down below in the comments which one you guys thought was better out of the two. Be nice to Toon, don't all just side with Goresh, because I feel like that's what usually happens for the memes. But let's jump right in. So the two Dokkan Fest LRs from the main part 1 banner would be a Kid Goku and a Demon King Piccolo. So obviously set earlier on from the actual Kid Goku vs Demon King Piccolo fight, essentially like an updated version of the Int Kid Goku. The animations for that definitely would be very, very cool. So nice Dragon Ball Saga representation. The two new side banner units would be a TN for Goku's banner, which is pretty cool, and then a tambourine for Demon King Piccolo's banner. So I think actually didn't Toon pick drum and cymbal, so basically got everybody covered between these two celebrations. I think that's pretty cool. And then the part 2 LRs for Goresh's banner, this is where it moves into similar territory. So the part 2 LRs is then when we jump forward a little bit, Goku and Ma Jr. as the part 2 LRs. So a little bit of a jump forward towards the end of Dragon Ball for the part 2 LRs. The list of which units will get an EZA. So this is across part 1 and 2 combined. So part 1 would be the Int Kid Goku, and the World Tournament Tech LR Demon King Piccolo. So definitely would be very interesting if the first World Tournament LR to get an Easy A was not the first one, but obviously that fits with the theme of the celebration for it to be Demon King Piccolo. And then the Part 2 LR would be the Int LR Goku and Piccolo. Or sorry, the Part 2 LR Easy A, Goku and Piccolo. So them getting an Easy A definitely would be very, very cool. And then we have new events and stages. So we have a collection of epic battles with Dragon Ball Saga theme, of course. Fight 1 is against General Blue, Fight 2 is against Mercenary Tao, and then Fight 3 is against Demon King Piccolo and then Mar Jr. So similar to like the ones we have now, where Frieza or Goku just have multiple forms in the last fight. Demon King Piccolo, I'm assuming you could fight the old one and the young one, and then Mar Jr. as a later phase as well. So, collection of epic battles. I don't think anyone else gave me the list of like who you fight in their one, but Dragon Ball Saga, collection of epic battles. Then we'd have an infinite Dragon Ball history stage, where you fight piano, then cymbal, then drum, then tambourine, then old Demon King Piccolo, young Demon King Piccolo, and Mar Jr. And then there would also be an ultimate red zone. I think only 2 stages by the image here, because it says versus Goku Youth and versus Demon King Piccolo. So I guess it would be like an entry, a new Ultimate Red Zone listed under Dragon Ball Saga, but with only 2 stages. So I guess there's nothing to say every single one that comes out has to have 7 stages. And Dragon Ball Saga, you could probably make a full-on Dragon Ball Saga one and add in some of the other bad guys as well, but that was the basic brief that Goresh gave me here for his one. So 2 Dragon Ball Saga themed celebrations, both very different. So let me know down below in the comment section which one you guys thought was the best, and let me know your feedback on all of the celebrations from all of the guys. Shout out to all of them for taking part. Make sure you go and check them all out. Show them some love, and let me know what your ideal theme for the celebration and your units and things like that. Let me know your ideas down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.